Chips, myself, Godz, as my co-caster, William Blitzley. How you doing? Feeling good?
I'm good. I'm tired, but
That's
other
okay.
than that.
Yeah, you're still jet lagged. You got back from Korea like 2 days ago?
Yeah, I went home around 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and I agreed to cast for you guys, and then I was like, yeah, I'll probably be up pretty early, and then I woke up at 4 p.m. I slept 13 hours straight.
Oh, that's good. At least you've got some good rest, but...
I still kind of feel it, though. Like, I feel a little bit weird right now.
Yeah.
It's okay, though.
I feel like that's like a good legit excuse. Like, normally if I'm tired and it's because I haven't slept enough, I'm like, I shouldn't probably tell people. I could have slept more, but if you're jet lagged, you just flew back from Korea 2 days ago.
It's just one of those things that I have to deal with.
Okay. Well, whoops, I didn't mute. I thought I muted my music. It was quietly in the background. But we got Game 3, draft actually flying through. Some familiar picks coming out. eHug for the 3rd game in a row. Jug Disruptor.
I mean, I feel as if those 3 kills didn't happen in the beginning. Things could have been okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they were like, okay, we'll just keep going with it and just kind of see if it works out from there. I don't know. I feel like it's not like the worst thing in the world to keep going for. It looks like they had a lot of success in the first game. The second game, it just, maybe if you negate those first 3 kills, things are still okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks like something they keep running, so.
And for complexity, this is something you see a bit in BO3s. Like, if you feel like there's a key hero that wins you a game, and the next game you want to make sure you have it, it goes up from like being a 3rd, 4th pick hero to something you want to pick at top 2. Because chances are, if you don't pick at top 2, it gets banned out. Because eHug will be like, Enigma was a key pick. So complexity going to take it top 2, and I feel like if you're eHug, you want to not let Enigma just free farm the jungle. Because he got complete utter free farm, was level 6 at 4 minutes in. Meanwhile, the Sand King kind of got contested by those sentry wards we saw getting placed.
The sentries were absolutely miserable to play against. And Puck is a hero that requires like a lot of attention to. You need to devote 3 support heroes, or there's no 3 support heroes. You needed to devote like 2 support heroes. Disruptor's not really the hero to like solo zone out of Puck. Like he got a lot, and his Blink Dagger came at a really reasonable time. And the Sand King, in lieu of that, if the Puck's gonna get a lot and the Enigma's gonna get a lot, then the Sand King definitely should have gotten a lot more than that. Maybe he should have gone for the stacks on the left side. You know,
yeah, the far left. Maybe I mean they weren't stacking. I was about to say they could have been leaving it for Centaur, but
how could they possibly even you know, go for that? Like,
yeah,
they were able to ward because safely placing a ward over there in that area is actually really easy to get to. You just like place a sentry and then run away, because you know the next 2 sets of wards from eHug are going to be they're going to be lane wards. So normally it's not going to be placed in that area. So it's really easy for Moon Meander to go up there, place one, and then run away.
Well, it's the identical draft. They're going to go for the Bane. I don't feel like Bane was a key hero for them that game. There was 1 or 2 Fiend scripts which helped secure kills, but all in all, the hero... I mean, I feel like if it was a Venge, it would have been a stronger draft to me. Venge is just like that, a little bit better than a Bane, but...
Yeah, maybe it's a comfort thing, right? Moon's better, or he feels a little bit better playing the Bane than the Venge.
I'm really trying to see. I mean, there was no like... I guess, I mean, the Nightmares kind of set up the Crushes a bit in lane, but... I mean, we're going to see another Slaughter. Slaughter seems to be decent against the Jug. He's pretty tanky, doesn't mind the Omni Slash, can actually fight the Jug in Blade Fury with Amp plus the bashes, so... It seems like a decent-ish hero against the Jug. The other option is you just go for the Faceless Void here, I think. As far as your safe laner.
I don't know. What do you feel like, you feel like if they go for the exact same draft, things work out the exact same way? Or do you feel like eHug's gonna know they're not gonna walk up that hill and get slammed and then...
I don't feel like the Void is as... I mean, Void is picked because he's like your teamfight. You've got Enigma and Puck already. I mean, even Grip is like a high-impact teamfight spell, so... I feel going for a fighting safe lane farmer is probably the way to go. More so, like, Slaughter can fight just with a Blink Dagger. Like, he does his damage from his Crush. He doesn't actually need kind of items. For Void to do damage, he needs items. He needs his Mask of Madness. He needs like his Battle Fury or whatever comes after that. So I feel Slaughter's kind of like a fighting hero that doesn't require the items there, whereas Void's kind of a different story. Even if his items like Mask of Madness are pretty cheap items. I don't know.
What's eHug go for this time? Maybe a less greedy mid-hero, more of a spacey?
I think they need to punish the Enigma jungle or get like a kind of greedy jungle. I mean, Sankey in theory is that greedy jungler, but...
That's a Doom pick.
Okay.
Maybe, I think the PA might have actually been the hero that really messed things up for them, because they didn't really have a way to get back into the mid-game. Like,
yeah,
if you had something that could fight when Cole goes for pushes...
They had what? Jug, PA. Who was their offlaner? Was the
Centaur.
Yeah. Doom's a very farm-dependent hero. Not saying that can really fight that early on or offer too much, but...
Sniper!
Okay, they're making the exact same fight.
You know, I see this in, like, sure, it worked one game, but I never like seeing, like, the exact same draft 2 games in a row. I feel like you want to tweak a hero or two, because... I mean, do you even ban the slot? I don't know if slot. I guess you look at what's going to cause Doom problems in the offlane. A Bane +1. Like, what +1 is...
They just drafted this lineup in like the reverse order. This time they take the Puck and the Enigma off the bat, and then they take the Bane and the Sniper.
eHug go for the Earthshaker.
Okay, Earthshaker's at least a fighter.
Is this a mid? No, you don't. I don't think you want Earthshaker versus Sniper mid. Even if some of these teams run him as a mid.
Doom offlane? Or maybe you just do.
I think Doom's definitely offlane.
You can stack him.
You could actually Doom jungle because you know your
you
opponent's running a jungle. He's just not a fast jungler by any means, and it seems they're expecting Doom. Oh, I don't know. Doom offlane, I guess. Earthshaker can pseudo offlane too, but yeah, this is. I think it'll be a Doom offlane because Earthshaker can fissure block the first wave and kind of guarantee that Doom gets at least a easy level 2 off of that offlane. Do they ban the Slatter though? What do you think?
I didn't even expect. I've never actually seen somebody pick back to back the same draft before in Dota. Like that can't have ever happened, right?
I've seen like maybe 4 out of 5. I don't think I've ever seen the full 5.
There's no way they. Just
I hope eHug gives them the Slatter just so they can have the full 5.
I actually can't remember a time I've ever seen that. I'm sure it might have happened.
Yeah,
but
I think you want to ban Void here. I think.
Oh, okay. No, they were gonna go.
I think you want to. I think Void is because Doom is kind of like definitely a very like ultra late game kind of hero. Like in that he wants to farm, get his. You're not really ending games before 30 minutes when you have a Doom in your team generally.
I just feel like having an Enigma and a Void is a little bit risky, especially if you accept that your Puck's not going to get a Blink Dagger for a while. It feels a little bit too greedy. Like, because I run the Enigma Void thing before, and we've run into the same issues. Like, if both those ults are on cooldown, it really limits the amount of stuff you can do. Maybe getting a hero with a lower cooldown ability that can do a little bit more.
I guess that was the Slaughter.
Yeah, I just described Slaughter.
Yep. Well, no Slaughter for you. Slack maybe would be okay. I guess not the best.
Not for
against Disruptor Doom, yeah. That kind of a hero though that has like more low cooldown, can fight a bit more constantly. Wraith King I think would be good.
Yeah, Wraith King's actually really good against Juggernaut and Doom.
Yeah.
That's actually really true. I think Wraith King might actually be the hero. It kind of serves the same purpose as Slaughter too. You just get a Blink Dagger and you fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wraith King's the hero. Wow, okay. I actually completely agree with you. Okay, Centaur.
That to me is very similar too. Like it's a safe lane center. It's less carry potential, but they run the sniper of Biver more as the carry. So.
But I still think Wraith King would have been really good as an initiator because most of the time when you initiate with Centaur is like your 1 or your 2 position, you just go in and die most of the time. But if you have a hero like Wraith King, who cares if he gets doomed or Omni Slash, right? He's just gonna revive.
Yeah. Centaur's got more of the team focus with the Stampede, though. If, a teammate gets doomed up, maybe the Stampede will help save him. I mean, I guess if you get Glimpse, though, you're screwed either way, because you get Glimpse caught in the kinetic field, and the Stampede's not going to help you there, but...
Doom's such a weird hero. It's like, no matter what you pick against it, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I feel like just because your opponents have a Doom doesn't mean you don't pick something like a Slack, because Doom's going to counter any carry except, like, a Wraith King to some extent.
Yeah. And as we were speaking about Ember being a mid-game hero, LD about that yesterday, he's like, yeah, Doom counters Storm. And I was like, not really, because Doom kind of counters everything.
Yeah.
Like, what isn't Doom good against?
It doesn't, I don't feel like it's, yeah, no, I mean, either way, you're dooming core heroes. Like, one of your
getting doomed.
Yeah, and the thing is, with the way the Ag Scepter, the damage output you get from that, even if you're like a super, like Doom counters like a 2k HP Viper when you have the Ag Scepter. Like, there's so many
pure damage now too.
Yeah, because the Chinese teams are still picking a lot of Doom, and they also love their Viper. So I'll see like Vipers become #1 Doom priority, even when there's like spell cut, like invokers on the field. Like they'll have like an invoker Viper draft, and it's the Viper getting doomed 9 times out of 10, just because of the pure damage from the Ag's Doom. So it's basically whichever is the biggest problem here. You just
kind of assume I think you just have to accept either you're going to jump him and kill him first, or you are just going to get doomed, and playing around that is a better idea than just saying, oh, we can't pick a certain hero because a Doom exists. Like a Silencer I can understand. I would never pick Storm in a Silencer. But Doom, I mean, you just kind of have to work around it.
Oh, we'll see. Last pick on the Ember Spirit. I like this here. I think there's been a lack of Ember Spirit picks by some of these teams here. Does kind of make up for Doom's lack of fighting capabilities around that kind of 15-minute mark in the mid game. Your Ember Spirit's kind of one of the best heroes to have around then.
Even I know you love that hero too.
I mean, I don't even play the hero. I just like this hero. I like watching him. I don't know. I love when my teammates pick Ember Spirit in pub games.
He's really good too.
God. It's just like I see like a teammate pick Ember Spirit. I'm like, this is gonna be a good game. Most of the time. Top bounty rune looks like compLexity gonna try and secure it for Moon, and bottom lane is taken by the Jug. So team's not really committing as many heroes to try and take these bounty runes as we sometimes see, but
I feel like if you get two of them on the same team, it's such a big advantage off the bat, especially if you get one on your offlaner.
Yeah, some offlaners who benefit a lot, especially for an offlane who gets a lot out of like having a fast level 2.
Yeah.
But
wait, where was the fissure?
It wasn't.
It wasn't in the offlane.
Was it the safe lane?
Maybe he just used it to try to force somebody out, but no Tingers.
He didn't use it to secure the bottom rune.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
I didn't catch that fissure. I'm not sure where it went.
He definitely used one though.
Yeah, he's down some mana. It hasn't changed the bottom equilibrium, hasn't changed top or mid, so
he must have just used it maybe on the puck to prevent him from getting the bounty.
No, Jug just solo picked up the bounty rune with no one around.
It wasn't top either, right? Because I saw Lust at top. He was the supported top.
We need to go Hardy Boys mode again.
We need to become the. We could be the.
Alright, I'm full screening my the stream. We'll try to figure it out 1 minute from now, based on where the Earthshaker is. But for now, bottom lane, Disruptor Jug, pushing things out. Jug can get a lot of XP out of this lane. But I guess similar story with the Doom, although Doom doesn't get a Devour on a big creep. He's just used on the creep wave himself.
It's one guaranteed CS at least.
Yeah. And
he's gonna find the ward as well, which is huge. Oh, never mind. He didn't. He killed a creep, and I thought it was a ward. I'm getting tired.
No, the ward's much further up the lane. So, okay. Nothing too crazy. Looks like Earthshaker maybe tried to fissure down the bottom.
That had to have been it.
Yeah, he's positioned near the Jug at the bottom rune before the creep spawn, but I don't see what he's fissuring.
Yeah, he had to stop the puck for it. That's the only thing I can see.
No, puck was definitely not there. What? I mean, this is, I guess, 20 seconds to bounty rune that this is looking at. DD rune this time around actually picks up by limp even with the fissure. Takes quite a bit of damage and will be on his merry way. So neither team doing anything crazy in the lane stage, although Moon looking for... No, he's not going to find him. I mean, there's not that much kill potential here. Even a Nightmare into a Hoof Stomp. Doom very tanky. Has the Scorched Earth for that little bit of HP regen as well.
These aren't the type of heroes that are going to kill him off the bat.
Yeah.
Especially with level 2 Scorched Earth. Once he gets it, it's going to be really difficult.
Alright, he fissured bottom lane by the tier 2 tower. He did slow down the bottom creep wave, actually.
Oh,
it just didn't look like it, because I think Puck got off a pretty good block in the off lane, which is
that
why.
had been it.
So the fissure and the Puck block kind of negated each other. Alright, problem solved. The Hardy Boys strike again.
What's the closest approximation of our names that could make us the Hardy Boys? The Parley Boys? Parley? Yeah,
Parley works.
Yeah, Parley Boys.
The Wilvid Boys?
The Wilvid Boys?
I don't know.
Dude, the Parley Boys are definitely the closest.
Parley.
I don't even know what you went with the...
Look, I'm looking at other options, okay?
You've got to keep them open. Maybe that would have sounded better before you said it out loud in your head.
Looks like he's actually out of mana here. The fissure from the high ground, and
it's going to be enough.
Close. Doesn't look like an observer even. Wow, that's almost the exact moment and place. that was not a very enthusiastic wow.
You could try.
I'm sorry. I thought for a second I was feeling it, and then
you're making the Parley Boys look really bad right now.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I need to up my game.
It's okay. I still love you.
Well, Lust and Snar, they've done pretty good at zoning out the Puck, although Puck's still level 3.5. We'll be back to base, bottle up, and Doom this is kind of the time where Doom falls back to the jungle. And this is also the time where I like to see Doom's like even go for an early gank with like the supports. Especially if you get Your fast Tranquil Boots and something like a Clap or a Centaur Stun, but he's going to find a Shockwave for now. But
you know, when we used to play the Chinese servers in Korea, they did this thing every single game where you get an Orb of Venom, and you get the Alpha Wolf crit, and then you just gank.
Okay.
Because nobody can run away from it,
Yeah.
and the damage is insanely high. We saw like a Chinese player do that in every single one of our games.
Middle lane though, Invis Moon Meander going to make his way in, and SN7 just level 5 here, but...
Didn't this happen last game?
Yeah, it was an Invis Moon. He's going to go into the jungle though, so finds MJW, not that he can do much to MJW, and with just the sniper here in mid, this is not looking like a place to find kills, although SM7 is pretty far pushed up.
Yeah, but he's got level 3 Flame Guard. He should be okay here.
That'll block the... I mean, level 3 Shrapnel will block that magic damage coming out, so...
I mean, we thought that last time though for the PA, or at least I did. And he ended up getting the kill.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the PA, though, like the evasion gets negated by the headshot, you're still doing magic damage from the Shrapnel, but... No first blood just yet. Limp's gonna get blocked, has got an orb to go over the fissure, and will do so. He's getting zoned up pretty hard. The Doom full level ahead of the puck currently. Although it is the dire side. Again, it's that jungle free-farming Enigma, which they seem to just be letting compLexity get away with. And Z-Freak, level 6 has a smoke. This is kind of... Look out for him looking to rotate to one of these side lanes.
I went in mid. SM7 was almost in trouble there.
Wow, even a Stampede. That was... interesting.
That wasn't the play.
I think they thought they were going for a kill for a second there.
That was so low percentage though.
He had Assassinate, but SN7... gonna be okay.
Oh, did he actually...
I'm not
he
sure
had
if
3 bottle charges? Is he okay?
You mean the Ember Spirit?
Yeah.
I think he... Did he TP back to base to...
No, because then he would have had bottle charges.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking for a second. I was like, how does he have full HP and most of his mana?
Alright, well Z-Freak, he's been scattered by a Radiant Ward here near the top rune, and also the fact he has a smoke probably gets spotted by eHug. So they'll be somewhat wary that Enigma is going to be looking to gank very soon.
Where do you think he goes here? For this? Do you think he goes to the safe lane, pushes out the top, or the mid kill?
I think you go for like smoke with one support and try backstab the top lane like for a push. Ideally, I guess maybe you want to wait for the Centaur Blink as well, which is coming soon. The fact he hasn't gone just yet makes me think they're waiting for a Centaur Blink on top of the Enigma to smoke behind.
He didn't go for Tranquils either.
Yeah, I think trying to gank the Ember mid is just low percentage because you haven't got that good initiation. Like, you have to get close for a black hole and he can just insta-fire run it out. So I think it's unlikely to succeed. There are TPs on Disruptor, but not on Snar's Earthshaker, who seems like the hero you'd want to TP on to help protect your offlane, but speaking of offlane, MJW's back in the jungle, so...
I mean, he might as well. Like, the Bane isn't a hero that's going to be able to gank the Ember Spear without levels, and the Enigma's going to be jungling anyways to get a lot of levels. So why even bother contesting that? You're not going to get as much as you would in the jungle.
Yeah, I think for Doom, like, just going up there, like especially when you scattered out the Enigma smoke, you're expecting a potential push to come your way, and even if it doesn't, and you're giving maybe the Centaur a bit more farm than you should get, you also know the Centaur's Blink is coming soon. Centaur, I think, hiding his... No, wait, he's not hiding his Blink, he's got Midas, okay.
Just like...
I'm like, has he bought his Blink and he's hiding it? No, he's done something else. Alright, that's
we had like some 6-minute analysis about how he needs to get the Blink Dagger, and then he ends up getting
nice little kill there. By the time he phase shifted, you've already been hit by 2 Omni Slashes. And he phase shifts and then the insta right click comes afterwards, which finishes him off.
Do you feel like Midas was the... I know you're a Midas lover, but do you feel like it was the item in this game?
Am I Midas lover?
Dude, I know, for some reason I have you ingrained in my head as the Midas guy.
No, I'm not a Midas guy. I definitely will... I don't know about this Midas. It definitely suggests that they want to go super late game for whatever reason. They have got... I feel like going super late game against Doom is not the play. I feel like you want to fight now and try punish some of these heroes.
But if he has a Blink Dagger, where does he even gank? Does he go for the bottom?
It's more about like the TP, like a counter gank. Like Puck dying there, you could TP and look to counter gank potentially. I guess Puck insta died, so he'd just be TPing in and trying to go for a solo kill. But
maybe he just realizes that ganking around the map is going to be a little bit scary. You
have a Bane, yeah, exactly. If this was Avenge, I'd say definitely you go Blink Dagger, but because you have a Bane, it's like...
Maybe this is actually the correct choice, considering all the heroes that you have with you.
Yeah.
The Puck's not even level 6 yet, right?
I mean, Enigma's not even ganking, so it seems like it's... watch this Enigma pick up a mark. I do not like Enigma minuses, that's a personal thing, but I just don't think it actually helps you farm faster because of how effective this jungle is.
He says this stream, but he told me like 3 months ago. I distinctly remember a Skype call where he said, yeah, Enigma Blink into Necro 3 is my build.
Yeah.
That's your...
You don't go Midas. No.
Oh, no, you did tell me you go Midas. You said you went.
No.
You said you went Midas Necro 3.
No.
I can pull up those Skype logs. I'm so certain you said you go.
I flame the hell out of Midas Enigmas, man. I think it's the worst item. Not about the worst item, but I don't think it's a very good item. Wow, SN7's getting wrecked mid, by the way. He doesn't have mana for a Fire Remnant. Assassinate, is this going to be enough?
Yeah,
Ooh,
wow.
Broke through the Flame Guard and got the kill.
I
The shrapnel damage helping out.
Yeah. He must have not had a lot of Flame Guard left.
Well, Shrapnel's pretty big damage, too. It's level 4 right now.
We found that out, too, though. The Sniper Ember Spear matchup, you would think Ember would just run over him, but he doesn't. He just keeps right-clicking you.
Sniper's dead, though.
Yeah, he's going to get Omni-Slashed.
Not much you can do about that one.
That's a Sniper.
Yeah, that's why I see Sniper against these heroes. You kind of worry a bit for him.
Yeah. You know he's going to die anytime someone looks at him funny.
So Swindle's going to have a blink in. I mean, end of the day, he could have had a 7-minute blink, and now he's going to have an 11-minute blink, which is still a good time.
What would that have really changed? If you look at the context of the game so far, I don't think there was any situation where him getting a blink would have added too much.
You got to think like you could have found space to find a kill somewhere. You've got Earthshaker and Disruptor. Disruptor especially 700 HP.
You're still not a fan of it?
I think the Centaur blink, the Centaur Midas makes more sense than like a Jungle Enigma Midas.
The jungle. I swear to God, we had that conversation though, where you said you.
No,
went,
I would go.
you went
No,
Midas,
so I would go Medallion. It was probably the Medallion.
I am so certain you said Midas. That's why I have you pegged as the Midas Lord.
I have never in my like 200 game history of playing Enigma gone Midas, apart from maybe one game.
Dota buff you now.
I think my Dota buff doesn't show my game.
Oh no, he stole MJW's thingy.
Snap, top lane, gripped up, and
yeah, he's dead.
Nope. Centaur not going to double edge, not going to use a spell.
I guess you use the Fiend's Grip there, even if it's just an Earthshaker.
Yeah.
It's better to use a spell than just have it for potential bigger pickups.
They're not fighting. It's kind of like the last game where we just saw them go the longest time without fighting. It's like you black hole for a kill if you want to. Mid lane, casual stuff. That doesn't even break the Flame Guard. Jeez.
Yeah, it's 500. Yeah. 500 catch.
355. Yeah, easy survive.
I guess forcing him to use it there when there are no creeps around though is pretty efficient.
He's still got it on though. He's got the next creep wave and going to be pushing forward. There is a Juggernaut nearby. He could go running in here. Now the TP's come. Is that a Centaur? No, that's not a Centaur. Needs to fire him out, so. This is where things get really tricky for the Sniper. He needs like constant hero sing behind him if he wants to stay alive, I feel.
Yeah. But nothing was lost. Nothing too bad happened right there.
Bottom lane
isn't the worst.
Doom comes out on Blitz. Kill on Lust to start things off. Static Storm even being used as well.
Limp might actually survive here too if he can juke properly.
I mean, Doom's not even going for him. This Doom is not going to do anywhere near enough damage.
Yeah, he's going to survive by quite a lot. And Snaw's going to go down in the side chopper as well. And is Viper going to die here though? Yeah, Omni-Slice. There he goes.
Easy.
That's actually huge that he's killed him now twice solo. Look how many levels he has on everybody now.
Oh man, yeah, level 11. Bottom lane, Doom getting caught out. The Centaur double edge. They find the kill with the puck. I'm not a fan of Doom not going Midas here. I think it's like you got to play that farming Doom. Your items progression just kind of struggles without the Midas.
I actually completely agree with you here.
You know,
even though we just like shit talk.
I know.
Midas doesn't.
I called myself not a Midas player. Black Hole gonna catch two. Snar TP'd in this one. Lust as well. Damage has been done. They may get the kill on Zephyr here. Snar has an Echo Slam. They want Zephyr. He's tanky. He's got treads and mech. He's going to turn around and possibly find some kills. Moon does not have mana for another Brain Sap, or it could be a... Yeah, this is... Moon just needs to, sacrifice himself, and could have maybe gone for a attempted deny with that Nightmare, but either way, chances are it wouldn't have worked, but...
They're going to pick up the kill on him, but still, that's a kill on the Juggernaut, who had a killing spree and was up like a lot of levels on everybody, and Z-Freak just continuing to make it happen. I think he's got to be at least top 3 net worth. Yeah, he's second right now.
This is... And Enigma, I feel, is one of those series that actually does a lot with farm. There's so many nice items you can go, like the pipe if you feel like you need a pipe. This game, I don't think Pipe is the right item. I think you maybe want to go for like a BKB rush even. I don't know. It doesn't help against Jug or Doom. This is not actually the best BKB game, but Ember Spirit, Disruptor, Earthshaker all has some benefit against.
Pike could be okay. What I was saying earlier, though, or when you said you think he should have gone Midas over Blink Dagger,
yeah.
I completely agree.
I mean, just after I defended myself saying I'm not a Midas.
Yeah, you're not
person,
a Midas. You keep defending the Midas pickups now.
Doom is one of the heroes which I feel Midas is core on. Unless you're like a... I mean, even if you're a 4-position jungle Doom, then it's more debatable, but... You've got an Earthshaker Disruptor. These are not supports that are going to be farming much. These are not like core hero 4-position supports like... I'm not sure what I'm looking for here, but... Not supports like an AA where you're going Midas Ags or something, let's say.
I feel like you only go for the Blink. I don't know, because if you go for the Blink, you have to get kills.
Yes.
Because you're just wasting time. If you had gone the Midas, you would have gotten like 700, 800 more gold in that time. But if you go for the Blink pickup here, you're representing that you're trying to get into mid-game fights.
And level 1 Doom is very weak. I feel like
exactly.
Every time, like with the recent Doom changes, I feel like you're never actually finding kills with level 1 Doom. You find it with level 2 Doom / Ags. Infinity though, caught up by a silence. Is there a follow-up though? The Assassinate may finish him off. It does right before the Omni Set. Limp does get Doom. There's the Blink Tag from MJW. Finds a counter kill, but the Enigma teeping him with a Midnight Pulse. MJW goes down. They lose the tier 1 tower to the Earthshaker of all heroes, and by Ver, he's chasing. He wants Lust, but he's not going to find Lust in the trees, and it'll be a TP out.
Still well worth it though for eHug. Or not eHug, compLexity.
Oh, yeah.
They lost 2 really core heroes. The Doom went off on the Puck, which actually didn't do that much. Puck had already used everything. He went. That seemed kind of just like a pointless gesture.
It was more like to make sure they got a kill. Like they weren't getting a kill apart from the Puck, I guess, at that point, and I don't think it was a bad Doom just because it was like a kill securing Doom, but the fight was going to go bad regardless. If he doesn't Doom, then no one dies.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like a 1-for-0 trade if he doesn't Doom, I would say. But either way, or if he dooms someone else who was going to like the Enigma or the Sniper, let's say. But
there's just so many targets he has to Doom now at this point. And he's not getting enough levels. Like you said, level 1 Doom doesn't really provide too much. It's not like he has any levels of level death. He's not really putting out too much damage as a hero. And now it looks like he's going to go for the Midas. And this just feels really counterproductive. To go for the Blink Dagger first, neither of the times has it really paid off in your favor, and now you go for the Midas. It feels like he could have had the same items, but with more levels at this point.
Yeah. I think he's right to go back for it, though. Like, at this point, eHug probably look at this game like, well, we're in catch-up mode, we need Midas on Doom. Probably the only Midas they're going to get, but they need to find some ways to just stall things out to get Doom, not just Midas, but he may have to go BKB before the Acceptor as well as the other warrior. I feel he's going to need it for the Centaur, the Puck, and even just stuff like Malefice from an Enigma.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, and the Miscoil at top. Actually able to blink away. That's where the blink comes in handy. He's able to split push a little bit further out.
He'd have it, as we said, though, if he got Midas. Well, probably about have it.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, though, Smoke Gank, they're looking for Snar. I think they've got vision. They're going to stampede forward, and Swindles, easy kill. No chance for any kind of retaliation there. It's Smoke from eHug themselves. Infinity trying to keep his momentum going. He was on that killing spree, but since then he's died twice in a row.
He keeps finding Biver. He's got like some sort of sixth sense of finding this guy.
Oh, they ping him out, but it's too late.
No, he has to get out of here, maybe.
Could find it. He doesn't kill the Enigma with an Omni Slash, I don't think. Even a level 2 one. Biver walks back in and tanks the full Omni Slash. Limp as well! Oh my god.
One more right click!
Atos. You can't turn and fight, not against the Atos. Oh, Z-Freak. Cool little pickup. I like this item in this game. This game especially because I don't think you're getting much of the pipe. They'll Doom Limp again, but he gets mech'd up. I don't think MJW gets his kill. There's an Atos again! Second one in the same fight. The Midnight Pulse, the Malefice, MJW stuck in place, stuck in the Midnight Pulse. Center elsewhere gets a kill in the Ember Spirit, and 4 are suddenly down for eHug.
That Atos actually just got them like 2 kills.
Yeah, this was I think a really good game for an Atos though. Like there's a lot to go through the BKB. You don't really need a pipe. It's a pretty value item right now. I think last game it was a bit more debatable, but this game for sure.
Yeah, we see it pay off almost immediately. And this game though, Moon last game, it looked like he got a lot accomplished, but this game, he doesn't have to, not nearly as much. It looks like Limp is the playmaker this game for them. Able to pick up a Blink Dagger at a really reasonable time for an offlaner. It's 18 minutes in, he's got a Blink, 1500 gold on top of that. He's been the target of 2 Dooms so far, and he's lived throughout both of them. Like, this game has gone really well for him. I think he set up both the kills on the Juggernaut as well.
Yeah. I feel like one of the big problems for eHug is they're trying to... SN7's trying to play himself more as like a carry type hero when you want to be fighting more with Ember Spirit early. He's so good at fighting around runes and just... he doesn't want to be just sitting back and farming as they've kind of been using the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I think I said in the beginning they needed some sort of space creator mid, and I think you said yesterday you were typing up Ember and you're like,
yeah,
that's a hero that you should fight with. Once you get drums, like, it's go time.
Even before drums, I think. Just like 10 minutes into the game, you should be controlling every single rune more or less. I think part of the problem is they have this crappy support duo. I think Earthshaker Disruptor is not the support duo you want. I think you want to be picking like those Venge, Skywrath type supports, because if your opponents ever try and take a rune and you have your supports there, Ember Spirit's got such great like gap closing abilities with the Fire Remnant, you should be getting every rune, and if your opponents go for it, you get kills. But Earthshaker Disruptor don't give you that. They don't have that much killing potential, and I feel like that's probably... I think it's less about the Ember Spirit this game and more about this support duo for eHug that's doing nothing.
Yeah, it seemed like they keep going back to Disruptor, and they probably have a lot of confidence with it. In a top lane.
That's apparently one of the reasons you pick a Bane against the Juggernaut. The Nightmare cancelling out the Omni Slash.
Oh, he's gonna go down again.
That's actually really cool. He tanked a full Omni Slash with the Nightmare.
Yeah. But I think Disruptor, it worked really well because of the type of lineup that they had with the Spirit Breaker and not the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the Disruptor that made the Spirit Breaker good. I think it was the Spirit Breaker that made the Disruptor look so good. And in the second game, we're seeing it not get a lot of value. Lust is going to get caught out by Limp. And this is what you want to see. 20 minutes into a game, the offlaner just being able to pick apart your supports.
Yeah, he should be playing catch up like to Doom. He's just looking to still finish off his Midas 20 minutes in, but compLexity now going to start taking objectives, and eHug, who looked so good in game one, they crushed compLexity. That was like a 20-minute victory. Suddenly, looking like their tournament lifeline may be coming to an end.
Doesn't it feel like they just couldn't pressure the Enigma pick at all?
2 games in a row.
Yeah. It just felt like this Enigma kind of got whatever he wanted.
I just don't understand picking Earthshaker Disrupt.
The Centaur's got a Hood now, he's got a Midas. I guess the Midas pickup has paid off pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, and SN7, he's gonna go down.
At this point, I feel like the Midas has been like neither... It's not something that's hurt him, it hasn't really... I feel like they'd be in the same position without it as well.
Yeah.
If the game somehow drags like 40-50 minutes, it will mean he gets more farm, but I feel they're going to look to end the game in a kind of a timely fashion with the lead they've got.
Yeah, especially because he's picked up a Pipe as his first item. He's representing, like, I'm not going to go for the late game here. This is the mid-game item that we're looking for to just break base.
Yeah. Well, could go for Roche. They haven't got the best Roche lineup. I mean, Sniper alone can kind of sit back. Eidolons, there we go. Just need a
As long as he doesn't keep them outside.
Yeah, actually attack with them for once. And Earthshaker has got a Blink Dagger for eHug, but the pipe, the mech are up, and it's still just a level 1 Echo Slam.
It's not too much damage, you're right. He needs at least level 11. He's opted to go for the max Aftershock over the Fissure. I guess that's okay. I kind of like the max Fissure for the stun duration, but it's pretty negligible at this point.
Yeah, 0.25 I guess, but... For eHug, I feel they just... Too many, like, the Doom is so far behind on net worth. Normally, it's like, your Doom starts off struggling in the offlane, but then because of the Midas Devour, by about 25 minutes in, he's suddenly top 3 farmers.
He definitely shouldn't be 6k net worth.
Yeah, I agree on that. Well, for eHug, they've got their work cut out for them. The Earthshaker Blink is kind of just one piece of the puzzle. I feel like there's going to be just a nature for eHug's Lamp where they just have to turtle, defend the high ground. They're going to lose all their tier 2 towers probably, can't contest Roshan, and just have to hope that their high ground defense with like an Ember Spirit Battle Fury can stall things, which they haven't even got the Battle Fury. 600 away though. It just feels like they're going to keep on getting picked apart though.
Yeah, SN7 is trying to farm out, but every time he's been picked off, like he's 0, 3, and 1, and I know this like kills you to see, because I know you're like an Ember lover, and to see like this little impact on this hero, like it's definitely not a PA type hero, I feel.
Yeah, I feel it's largely goes a lot to the draft rather. I mean, I don't think he's tried more to probably focus a bit too much on farming compared to going with his team, but I think it's partly just the nature of how they're doing things. Only the Juggernaut's really in fighting condition. And Juggernaut's been going for the solo kills with the Omni Slash, which has worked for the most part, but there doesn't seem to be like a cohesive strategy for eHug.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just pick Juggernaut and hope for the best. That sums up this game for me with eHug's draft.
And every time the Jug has gotten a kill, they almost always get a rebuttal in some form.
Nope, they'll take a uncontested tier 2 bottom, and Z-Freak's even TP'd mid to defend. Z-Freak, he's got an Ag Scepter.
That is the greed.
I think Ag Scepter's a pretty good item.
It makes him really tanky.
Yeah, even if you're not getting off a black... I mean, the upgraded Black Hole's nice when you do get it off, but...
But if you're not going to get a Black Hole off, then there's no point in getting the Ags.
Yeah. No, I mean, there is. You get tanky.
But you can get a heart. Think how tanky you'd be with a heart.
Yeah. And,
oh, is this the wraparound?
This is the Doom trying to... Well, top lane. Swindle Melon's trying to get SN7. Definitely a dead at Doom. Not surprised by that one. It looks like Swindles will not find the kill on SN7. 3 heroes coming for Swindles.
And they're running away
Slash
from
Static Storm.
Now,
yeah, I mean, it still felt like just barely they get that kill.
They were just too far away to respond to that.
compLexity, we're going for the Doom in the jungle, who's like, I'm going to farm as deep into your jungle as possible because chances are you're not there. Which was only partially
But they were. The Battle Fury is complete though on SN7, and he does have 1500 golden change on top of that.
That was a big kill on the Centaurs. I mean, you're this far behind, that's where the rubber band effect kicks in. You get like 1500 gold for a single kill.
I mean, do you feel like eHug is better than a 20% chance of winning this game?
No.
You think that's about
so.
right?
I think
20?
Doom's too far behind. I think it's closer to like 10 maybe.
Their high ground and their catch up though is pretty good. Because if the Ember can survive a fight and they get a lot of kills in the defense, they could maybe get the ton. I feel like I think the Earthshaker actually needs level 11 though for them to be able to do this high ground stuff with the pipe in the game.
They've got to somehow put together a big team fight using the Static Storm Echo Slam, and unless compLexity just kind of walk into that, I just don't see it really happening too well. I'm surprised Z-Freak didn't go BKB, just even against Doom Omni Slash, it still feels like he may not be the Doom target in these fights. Top lane, Z-Freak.
He's gonna get doomed up.
Okay, initially cancelled out, now it gets cast. Did use the mech though, and we'll see Z-Freak chase down, and Doom looking to, well, right click him and kind of block his way. Okay, that'll be a kill.
That gave Snot like a full level.
Yeah, well, bit by bit closer to level 11. That was a 1700 gold swing from a single kill.
That's so huge for them, actually.
Yeah. I mean, 1200 gold for eHug and minus 500 for the Enigma, I guess, so. For eHug, they're not really... I feel like the lost gold for the Enigma is a non-factor. It's more about the money eHug are getting right now, but... I like how they go Roshan with like, oh, we just lost our Enigma, it's 12v5, let's Rosh.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They probably have vision of this.
Yeah.
They definitely know we're doing it, but we might as well do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they would win the fight outside the base, to be honest, with a full pipe on 4 heroes.
There's Doom and Earthshaker ultimate on cooldown and ultimately, so it's not really a true 4v5.
Yeah. But Sna, or eHug, that was a really big kill for them. He was like level 9.5 and now he's almost 11. So that was probably the bigger pickup, the amount of levels he got.
Yeah.
The items are somewhat negligible. SN7's actually piecing together some items now too. He's got a Chrysalis, a Battle Fury. He's not too far behind the top net worth.
Yeah.
We keep seeing this Enigma at the top though. I just pick up.
It's just, what a world we live in. Enigma's top farmers. They're gonna snipe it solo kill into the disruptor.
No.
Oh no,
the
Bane was there. What am I talking about?
Bane was there. He gripped him.
Okay.
That was pretty big. He has a gem now too.
Very little vision on the map for eHug.
This is so scary for them right now.
They're even pinging the one ward that's on the map. Like, let's go de-ward this. Puck's on the way. Oh, they're gonna scout the low ground ward, and we'll see if Moon checks the hill.
It was about to evaporate anyway.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad for them.
I do feel. I mean, the fact that SN has got this much from Ember Spirit does give eHug some chance to defend their high ground and stall things out.
It's a hero that uses farm more too.
Yeah.
Is the thing, because of the way that his split damage mechanic works with the Battle Fury. It's like any sort of farm advantage that he's going to get, it's going to pay off a lot more than say an Enigma does.
Yeah. Swindles now picks up a plate mail, so possible shivers, but even an AC maybe if you're looking for the high ground push.
He just needs armor to be able to survive that Jug ultimate. It ripped him apart at top.
And that seems Infinity going to go for some counter push action on top. We'll get the T2 tower off this, but the siege is on. Sniper just can sit back and try and poke the tower from the low ground. Does have that kind of pesky miss chance, but
he's got the Aegis too.
Yeah. He's just going to... I like how Z-Freak's in the front lines as well. 2k HP Enigma with a mech, why not? So they'll just whittle away at this tower bit by bit. No deny even coming in. They actually go in for the Sniper. A lot committed just for an Aegis. They're going to doom up Z-Freak and look to bring him down first to start things off, but they didn't even kill the Sniper. He's still fighting with the Aegis. Swindles goes in from the side with a Stampede. Only the Enigma goes down, forces out a buyback from your Juggernaut. The Assassin ain't going to miss onto the Doom, but Doom, no chance to escape as the Shrapnel going to follow him. Blink for the high ground from Puck. Finishes him with the Waning Rip. Now the Omnislash comes in, but it's just the Aegis on the Sniper. Not worth it there. Maybe if he'd got Moon as well, which actually Moon doesn't have going down, drops a gem. Swindle's going to pick that one up, and they need a hook song to try and fight this, and
oh, this fight's going to go so well for them.
Ember Spirit's getting massive. He's suddenly got 4k gold. He's got a triple kill.
Oh, and he goes for the Infinity, who went for the buyback. Is he going to be able to get one more kill? No! That's an extra kill. He's got 5,200 gold.
He did kill the Jug, but let's see.
Is that even worth it?
Ember Spirit got 3k gold out of that team fight.
Oh boy, that's a huge gold chain swing. That's 3,800 gold.
Game on.
That's what we talked about. If the Ember survives the fight and he gets a bunch of kills, this is what's gonna happen. Is he gonna be able to get this mid tower as well? That would be even bigger than that. They're almost alive. They could maybe defend.
I don't know if Enigma knew that Doom had an Ag Scepter. I think the Enigma was like, even if I get doomed, I should survive just because of how tanky he was. But the Ag Scepter was a recent pickup. And
they dropped a lot on him too, though. They doomed, Static Stormed. He was a part of the Echo Slam.
It's at this point probably worth it. I mean, Z-Freak, even if he's not getting... Black Hole aside, he is like getting off multiple Malefices, the Rod of Atos, the Mech.
The Midnight Pulse.
Oh, he offers so much to this team. I mean, he was the top net worth leader before that fight.
And this effort's so huge. He's got a full data list and 2,500 gold on top of that. Okay, so we were saying...
Mistakes were made.
You thought 10% was what it was.
Changed.
And what do you feel like the...
I think it's going up to 30.
30? I think I was going to say like 40. I feel like this Ember getting that much. Because Ember's not a typical hero you see at the top of the net worth chart.
Yeah. And I think the other big hero is the Doom now, who's actually getting... Because compLexity after that fight are not going to go for a high ground push anytime soon. At least not until they get another Aegis. They're going to be looking for like smoke ganks, pickoffs, or just like effective farming right now. So that gives MJW a chance to farm his BKB, farm his Shivers, just kind of get to that big late game Doom status. And Doom is probably like one of the best late game heroes in this game right now.
If you look at the fight, if you recap it in your mind too, the Earthshaker Echo Slam was largely wasted.
Yeah.
Use it on a hero with an Aegis sniper
who didn't die.
And he survived that fight.
They had Jug had to buy back an Omni Slash to kill the sniper.
Yeah, but at the same time, even with all that, compLexity loses the fight with the Aegis on the sniper. That's got to be somewhat troubling to them, considering how far ahead it looked like they were.
I guess just too much group up for the Ember Spirit. That Ember Spirit just wrecked that fight.
It was like a 16k net worth lead for Cole, and even after that huge fight, it's still almost 10 grand.
Because, I mean, once Urshik has kind of wasted that Echo Slam, who's actually dealing damage? He got the sniper low, but, like, compLexity lost 4 or 5 heroes. It was entirely the Ember Spirit. Urshik is doing very little. Disruptor, I mean, can silence a few heroes in a Static Storm. Doom had already used his Doom on the Enigma, who they blew up, so that fight was entirely the Ember Spirit. Jug Omnislash just to secure the Aegis kill.
They all in that Juggernaut, and he just bought back and was able to go in.
Yeah.
I think they paid attention too much to him, because even if he got his Omni Slash off, if he had done that to the Ember and he had gone down, the Omni Slash doesn't actually do that much damage, because he's got largely utility items. If you look at his items, he's got a Mask of Madness, S and Y, a Blink Dagger. That's not really damage-dealing potential.
Well, AC now picked up for Swindles. This will help out the whole team a bit against the Sleight of Fist as well as the Jug Omni Slash, but I mean, it's only +5 armor for everyone else, so...
What do you think compLexity does here? They just farm out the enemy team jungle as many times as they can in their own and then go for a base siege again? Where would you feel comfortable going for the next high ground? I
think you're looking to out-farm your opponents, try find pickoffs where you can with some smoke ganks, and then secure the next Roshan. But I don't even know if they want to go high ground with the next Rosh. I think just constantly trying to find pickoffs where they can. I feel the pipe for Swindles is what actual magic damage are you blocking? Like the Echo Slam, I guess, is the main thing, but
the Echo should come down before the. If you're gonna go for the pipe against the Echo, you pretty much have to hard commit 5 heroes to walking up the high ground. Otherwise, he just waits, or he does it before you get the pipe off, and then it's largely ineffectual.
If he had like a hot AC, he could be the one sieging the tower using the return damage, but. I mean, I don't think that's the big problem here. I think that's just one of the small things here. I think they do want to play a more farm-oriented game here. Look for their next few big items. It looks like Puck working on a Scythe of Vice, possibly a Lincoln's against the Doom, but I feel like Scythe is probably the way to go for pickoffs. But
what's going to be worrisome, though, for compLexity is that Lust, actually after that fight, has almost picked up a fully completed Ag Scepter.
It's like, Sniper has gone for a BKB, but he's seen so far at the back, I don't think you... Like, who are you going to catch that this really hurts, though, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, that fight went pretty terribly for compLexity, but even with all the initiation on Viper, he was able to survive and stand there and right-click targets. So
the Ag Scepter could hurt the Puck, who can't self-heals, I guess.
Do you feel like instead of going for the BKB, Viper should have gone for something more damage-oriented? Like, even something like a Manta for the sieging? Maybe this is like the lone Scotty game that works out for him.
I mean, the damage, like, what actually killed in that fight was the Omni Slash. Well, I guess the Echo Slam, but he couldn't BKB in time, so...
Yeah.
The magic damage that hurts him is magic damage which he's unlikely to BKB for in time if it's a Blink Echo Slam, so maybe it should have been, even like a Scotty would have been maybe okay.
Yeah, this would have been the one Scotty game that I really like.
Gives you some good stats, some armor. Butterfly maybe would have been okay, but...
Because if Lust gets his ultimate off, the Static Storm, it's not like he's going to be able to BKB off anyways.
Yeah. It's definitely like an unconventional game as far as how you itemize. I mean, I'm talking about the Centaur, the Sniper. I don't think it's clear like what items would have been. Like some games, like, well, this is clearly like the item you want to go for. Like it's very obvious when you need a BKB. This is one of those games where it's like it helps you a little bit. It doesn't seem like the obvious choice.
Yeah. I think the Centaur pipe hasn't paid off though as much as they would have liked it to. He picked it up as his second major item after the Blink Dagger, so I assume they thought that they would get into earlier fights, but it hasn't really paid off because they had to wait for the Aegis anyways, right? They were going to go for the Roshan, so maybe he just needed the AC beforehand? But would that have even made a difference in that fight? Maybe somebody definitely needs a Force Staff, by the way, to save Z-Freak. Because he's gonna get doomed every single time, so maybe a Blink Dagger would be big on him too.
Yeah, I think at this, I guess he's maybe considering BKB, something a bit bigger, but that, I mean, then you've got the upgraded Ag Static Storm. Okay, okay, now they're going for these pickoffs here. They'll get the snipe on SN7 and back off. This is, I feel, what compLexity need to do more. If they've got good map control, they've still got good vision, and right now eHug have very little. So if they can just find pickoffs while farming, like Enigma had even TP to the mid tier 2 to push things out. So eHug were not expecting them to be going for a pickoff there in the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, are they going to get anything out of this pickoff though? I mean, Ember does die.
They drop an offensive ward, which, I mean, to me, getting a ward down in a spot like this is pretty handy to have. Secure the next Roshan, which is not quite respawn, but
it'll be there soon enough. Don't leave Z-Freak. If you chill. It will survive.
No, there's the Acceptor for Disruptor.
What does eHug wait for next? Maybe a BKB on the Doom, and then they go for some fights?
eHug just wait for complexity to push. They're strongest, I feel, defending high ground. Like, that's... Turtling is the way back into this game in some sense.
They definitely have the better late game lineup, too, with what they have. Juggernaut and... Juggernaut, Doom, and Ember Spirit. And they have better late game supports, I feel, too.
They definitely, if they do want to go for like a smoker again, I feel like the Doom BKB is very important, though. Because if he gets Blink stunned or Blink Waning Rifted, it's and taken out before he uses the Doom, then they're in trouble.
I think eHug got kind of afraid right there. Probably thought they were going to go for the high ground. Earthshaker placed a ward, then ran immediately back. That's the ward you think, like, there's no other ward I'm going to get right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... And it also being nighttime, it's like you can see very little. They're going to smoke up.
There's like random items on the ground.
By the
Radiant base, there was like a
TP
ward
scroll.
and if you look at the Disruptor's items, he just picked up 2 Sentry wards. That was Z-Freaks.
They're going for the Roche contest, but it's not actually being taken right now by complexity. They see 5 missing.
Maybe they do it themselves here?
I think they revealed the smoke. Man, they're actually going for this. Jug does this very quickly, and are they going to scout this one out?
I don't think they actually know about it.
They have no good scout. I guess shrapnel.
This is so awkward. They don't actually know that this Roche is happening, and if they go walk in there after...
BKB Enigma Black Hole, but he's got no blink.
They definitely don't fight this. They give it up and run.
Aegis Ember Spirit, yeah. You don't want to fight this. He's almost got a second Daedalus now, too.
That was so random.
Sneak. I mean, Complexity were just lurking around that Roche pit for so long.
They had this giant Ancient stack, and then I think they thought, oh, there's no way eHug is going to contest this Roshan. We can do both.
I think they had a pretty good idea that eHug were like smoked up as 5 looking for kills because they were all positioned together. They could see no one was pushing out any of the 3 lanes, but they definitely did not expect them to be in Roche there.
Yeah, they took it a lot quicker than I thought they would too.
I still feel like for eHug to try push out lanes or go try take some objective is very difficult with their lineup. I mean, even Doom now has his BKB, but it's... Oh, Curry gonna get sniped. That was a 3,400 gold. That was the Daedalus, I believe. Yeah, Daedalus of Ember Spirit. That's
so huge. That would have been a second Daedalus.
Yeah.
If you get one really good crit off too in this fight, could just end it.
This is a weird game because eHug have the better late game, so it feels like they're gonna turtle land. You're gonna see eHug maybe get punished for that play.
Doom on the Enigma, yes it is. Here they go.
They need to try to finish him off, but he gets far enough away that the Acceptor Doom will not stay on him, so he will be able to get back in this fight soon. And SN7 has to be careful, he gets stunned up! The Sniper's still right-clicking away, they lose Ember Spirit. And I don't think he's got buyback, just barely. Without a buyback on Ember Spirit, that could have just been game over. And this is the thing, like, eHug, even with an Aegis on their side, still have to play so cautiously. I feel like turtling up in their own base seems to be the only thing that's working from this game, and...
Oh, here comes the Echo.
Big Echo Slam. Z-Freak's back. He has got a BKB. We'll pop it now. Omni Slash going through. He's going to kill off the Enigma. Ideal target, really. Oops, not going to miss. And Ember Spirit still doing big damage here. Catches Searing Chains on 2, and Complexity have to try and get out without losing more here, even though they've got a 3v2 kind of advantage. The Ember Spirit is just not someone they can really kill off with this trio of heroes.
Yeah, I don't think the Ember should have let them walk away like that. He just fought back here. He's not going to be able to farm this top lane at all either.
I think it was just like a Puck Blink Waning Rift could have... He doesn't really have any defensive items to...
Yeah, I guess it was only the Jug too that was alive. But still, at that point, if you've just demonstrated that even with the buyback that you're losing the fight, it's a little bit scary.
I feel like that was still an overall win for Complexity there.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, I mean, that's not the first time we've seen SN just get caught out kind of pushing out a lane by himself. The pick-off potential for...
They probably felt really strong about the fact that he had Aegis, and they were like, oh, we can close the gap and get into this fight, but everything looks so awkward. The Sniper was dealing too much damage. MJW, even with a BKB, just he was like walking forward and like getting hit Terminator style.
Yeah. I think it's like, okay, they use a grip to kill him the first time. When he came back, it wasn't like a, he's going to respawn after the Aegis and they just retreat using the Fire Run. It was, he's going to respawn and let's fight, but... Ember Spirit's still kind of a glass cannon right now, even with 1900 HP. He has no BKB, no Manta Style, nothing to kind of get rid of the silences or get out of spells right now.
He just maybe overestimated his survivability with the Aegis. Yeah. And now Complexity's got a pretty decent lead.
They have a hard on Swindles. This is a pretty big pickup for your Centaur to have.
This might be your high ground maneuver now. And
this is where the Midas is paying off for your Centaur, by the way. Any doubts about the Midas pickup? Maybe Complexity are like, yeah, our late game, we're not good at ending games, let's make sure we secure the late game by getting
Midas. Bottom. mini fight goes down. The Stampede was used.
It's got a grip here. Moon is leading the charge. That is questionable positioning.
That's a static storm used too.
The A-toss on the last, yeah, he's out of place and will be brought down. Both Moon and Lust like leading the charge as support, so we need to rethink some of their priorities.
I think with the static storm down though, you do go for the high ground here in middle.
Double Daedalus Ember Spirit though. This is going to be the stall. I don't think you're going to be summoning Eidolons at this point.
It's probably just hurting you, but the pipe is popped, so they definitely are looking for this fight. They're okay with it.
No glyph and ideally BKB from Fiber. He just wants to secure the racks.
Oh, Snaw actually goes down. He finds him in like 3 shots.
That was bottom lane, yeah. Fiber now getting a lot of damage from those Slider Fist crits here. He wants to finish off the racks before he backs off, but he may pay for this with his life, and that he will. I don't know if that's worth it here. The Doom came out, that's on the Enigma. Once again, the Enigma will be taken out of the fight by the Doom. He will survive this one, it looks like. He does have the HP for it, and Puck going to try orb to the high ground. Gets bashed, though. Ooh, 15 HP, the blink up from the Doom. He now gets Nightmare up. Infinity will knock him for right click. He blinks out, gets mech'd up by the Enigma. Enigma's coming back in, has a black hole with a BKB. This could catch 2. Will do so. Swindles is there, doesn't have a host on for a couple of seconds, but the Puck, the double edge, they're going to not even get the kill on the Puck.
Survive.
Oh my gosh. Limp is the playmaker for this team today. What a big fight for them. They still have Ember Spirit on the eHug side. They still can defend the high ground though. But that was big plays. And this is the thing, when you get these late game Dooms with the Acceptor, you need to be getting kills. You can't just be using it like your traditional vanilla Doom where you just take someone out of the fight for the Doom duration. You have to actually secure that kill, which they're not doing on the Enigma.
That was insane. Limp had 15 HP, he gets mech'd up, and then he's like, I'm gonna continue to fight. What's gonna kill me at this point? Just really good awareness of the fight itself. And the fact that he went back in was what enabled the next 2 kills, which set up the black hole because they were so...
Yeah.
eHug's players were so hard committed. They were like, oh, look at that Puck. He's got 20 HP, let's go kill him. And then the black hole turnaround comes in. Really well played, just overall by compLexity, really stretching the limits of their heroes and their farm advantage. It looked a little bit dicey for them when they got the ultra kill. They gave up the ultra kill to this Ember, but it looks like they've just brought it all the way back.
It's still 1 melee rack, so things not completely over. And we do finally see the Enigma blink. I feel like this could have come maybe some time ago. I
Maybe
guess
before the...
I feel like the Ags has done nothing.
Yeah. you were trying
This
to... You were
is
like,
useless.
yeah, the Ags is pretty cool, but...
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, it makes him tankier because I don't feel like he was going to ever get off a big black. I mean, that was the first black hole we've seen, and the Ags definitely helps secure those kills because it adds a lot of damage with the Midnight Pulse effect. But apart from that black hole there, I feel like the Ags has been a 4K gold kind of down the drain.
Yeah, because if he had a BKB or even some sort of positional item like a blink, if he had a blink, he definitely wouldn't have had been so far up to get doomed.
He's almost... He should be at least... If he catches someone like the Doom +1, like it's a decent black hole. And even if there is like a response from like a Blink Abyssal Blade, even just a couple seconds of black hole duration can set up a good team fight for you.
That was the first time I've sat next to you and you've gotten that hyped. It was quite scary.
Alright, well... Expect more of that then. Oh, I'm going to look to scare you some more.
I was like,
That's
wow, this is really intense.
Alright. This game, man, I don't know what's going to happen. I still feel like eHug have a shot. The Doom needs at least one more big item. I don't know if it's Shivers or Refresh. I'm kind of like 50-50, but I think
it's Shivers.
I think it's Shivers too.
I see him just go down so quick. 8 armor against a sniper is not what you want.
That's haven't even this sniper. They're dealing with him pretty well with the Omni Slash when he kind of gets caught a bit out. Chris, he's picked up a Daedalus himself, and I mean for compLexity, they still have room to grow as far as items go. Centaur's got himself up to the top of the net worth chart and has 6k gold. Double Heart of Tarask even.
Is this one of those like weird double heart games? He's gonna sell the Midas here in a second.
Or do you want like some evasion or something?
I don't think Butter really does
Halberd,
too much.
maybe
A Hex. A Hex would be pretty good because he's got a blink. If he could blink Hex the Ember Spirit, that would definitely lead to a kill.
Any of the 3 cores I feel is pretty good. Jug, I mean, I guess would be looking to maybe before he can Blade Fury the Doom before he can BKB.
Yeah, I think Hex is actually...
Because Puck didn't go for Hex, he went for the Lincolns this game, which is a solid pickup, but...
He's not going to buy anything.
Abyssal.
Oh, he's going to go Abyssal. I feel like it's actually a Hex game. It's a better initiating item. You're not actually in there right-clicking too much.
You can do it from... It's not like you have to get into the melee range as well, but...
Yeah.
I guess you're going to go for the Abyssal and then hook something afterwards after you blink in, but...
So I feel like Hex would accomplish that and some, because the initiation range on it is much further.
I mean, it does go through the BKB of the Doom, but apart from that, like, it's more like for the Ember Spirit or something.
Yeah.
You can Hex from afar, then Stampede to break the distance to get the Hoof Stomp off, so it just has that slightly longer range, perhaps. But he's got 4k HP, and he's right... With AC Abyssal, he's actually doing quite a bit of right-click damage, though, is the other thing.
He's got 335.
Yeah, that's not something to underestimate. Replace the pipe with the Hex, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the pipe has actually done too much for them here.
It was a bit of an odd choice. I think they were really kind of confident that they could try 5-man and end the game, although pipe, I just feel like, wasn't going to add much, because there really isn't that much magic damage coming out. But nonetheless, compLexity have a big farm advantage. They're up by almost 20k net worth, but it's going to come down to... They were in this position before. Yeah, it's going to come down to actually getting multiple lanes of Raxes before you can really feel confident they're in a better position. And I think Ember Spirit may be going for a Rapier with this. I mean, he could keep it open for an MKB if he sees any sort of evasion, but so far there's no evasion on the compLexity side.
I don't know if Rapier is the item, because it's almost impossible to keep him safe without more Force Staffs. And it's not like he's got a Manta or a BKB. He's in a really weird position where maybe Rapier is the only way you get back.
One Force Staff on Snar, but yeah, I guess it's how... At the end of the day, you're down 1 melee Rax. You're actually not in too terrible of a shape as far as being down Rax at 50 minutes in when you've got Ember, Jug, Doom who can easily keep things pushed out. Doom has picked up a plate mail. The other thing is it could be an AC. I feel like Shivers is the more commonly bought item, but AC for Doom wouldn't be too bad this game.
I think it's just going to take him too long to get there, though, because he's probably going to want a BKB as well. Vivor's going to get doomed up here.
That's not going to do enough damage unless he blinks afterwards, and he does. And with the prolonged Accept, this is going to be close-ish to getting a kill here. Further down the black hole from Z-Freak gets 2. Omni Slash can be used in return, but Swindles is like, I'll just take that up. Gets down to half HP, and he can just... Well, Swindles can just man-fight. The return, not something you can really fight into, and Infinity looks pretty dead here, unless he can get the blink off, but there's right-clicks cancelling that blink, and they know he's looking for the blink. Well, Dream Call and everything, he will actually get the blink off. The movement speed from the phase. Sanjin Yasha, Mask of Madness.
Oh, they're still going to chase him, though.
The Atos was used, they're going to use him up, and I think he's still dead. They even killed the healing wall. There's your hoof stomp. Infinity goes down. It's 5 dead on the Radiant side. Buybacks are a couple. You've got your Ember Spirit who's going to use what gold he had to try and buy back. Doom, similar story, but he's got no Doom to defend with it. This is looking very bad for eHug here. I think we're going to go blinking in, and MJW forced to BKB defensively. He may still die. Not going to happen. There's another Ember Spirit Slider Fist, but Swindles is just so damn tanky with this AC.
Yeah, and Vivor's actually come back in too. He's got like 100 HP, but he's like, whatever.
Yeah, survive the Doom in the end. There will be an assassinate, and SN gets caught out by the Hoof Stomp to follow up some chain stuns, and this is the end for eHug. They're going to be knocked out of the Dota 2 Asia Championships, and compLexity keeps their tournament life alive.
Yeah, that was actually really impressive by compLexity. They lost that one fight really big. They lost a mid-tower for it as well, and the gold swing was huge for eHug, but they kept their composure even after the Roshan.
Yeah.
Even after eHug snuck the Aegis, they were like, okay, we're still going to look for opportunities. We're not going to just allow them to abuse this Aegis. And just being able to pick off fight after fight really cleanly.
It definitely felt like a game they could have ended much sooner, until that, I mean, the Ember Spirit Ultra Kill obviously happening, but it was definitely a weird game as far as itemization went, like the Enigma we talked about a bit. Even heroes like the Centaur going for the pipe, the Midas, and some of these things maybe prolong the game, but they definitely made it so that they were in a position in the late game where eHug had very few options apart from going all in on the Ember Spirit with his damage. And I don't know, a few small things not going eHug's way. I don't know. Bad luck next time.
I mean, they went from like a 5% chance of winning, and then they kept it quite close throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Especially with that Roche attempt and the Ultra Kill on the Ember.
That was a cool Roshan sneak, I'm gonna say. That took some balls.
Yeah, that's like the perfect way to describe that, because if it had gone badly and they had been caught out, they were like standing 5 in the Roche pit. Like the Enigma doesn't even... Yeah. That was the... They had to do it though.
Yeah.
Because if you give up the Aegis on Bivor, at that point, he can high ground you no problem.
Alright, well that does it. We're going to end things up here today on day 1 of the Dota 2 Asia Championships. compLexity going to stay alive. They're going to verse Team Fire tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time, followed by the Grand Finals, where the winner of that series takes on Cloud9 to see who's going to represent the America region at the Dota 2 Asia Championships, where over $1 million in prize money is up for grabs. We'll see you guys tomorrow. There's iLeague Dota 2 action late tonight. Be sure to follow Blitz on Twitter at Blitz_Dota. Be sure to follow myself at BTS Godz and click that little follow button under the stream if you want to know when Beyond the Summit goes live. But that's it for now. We'll see you guys later on the BTS stream.